Hey guys, this is Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews, and today we're going to talk about a unique piece of gym equipment called the climber. This piece of gym equipment has celebrities like Jay-Z and Pitbull backing it, and I mean, like, that's cool, I guess, if you're into that. But what I think is even cooler is that Matt freaking Frazier, who is like a 5-time CrossFit champion, is a coach on the programming. Not only is he a coach on the programming, but he's used it, he's talked about it on his Instagram. So like, it made me really curious to try this. This is a unique piece of cardio equipment because it is a full body workout. I mean, it's not just working your lower half like you would find on a treadmill, but it is gonna work your cardiovascular system as well as actively build muscle as you get going. But first, before we talk about all the specifics of this climber, go ahead, subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date on all things fitness. We have a lot coming your way you aren't gonna wanna miss out on, so go ahead, subscribe. Also, if you wanna purchase this climber, go ahead, use the link below the like button to do so. It doesn't cost you any of your extra hard-earned pennies, but it does give us a small commission, and we greatly appreciate it when you do use those links. Lastly, this climber was sent to us by the company. It doesn't change our honest opinion about it, just wanna be transparent about that fact. I will always tell it to you straight, whether that is good or bad, the things I like, I don't like, so let's talk about it. Now, like I said, this is a really unique piece of cardio equipment. I can see this being really good for somebody who is a beginner in their fitness because one, it's a full body workout, so you're gonna get a lot of gains really quickly. Second is a low impact workout. So unlike running where there's a little bit more jarring on your joints, you have to build up muscle in order to not feel that jarring. This is a really low impact workout, similarly to what you would find with an elliptical. If you have been rock climbing before, essentially your body is in the same positioning like you would find on the rock face. So you'll hike up a leg, hike up an arm, hike up the other leg, hike up the other arm. But instead of like small crimpers for your hands, you have large handles, and instead of bad sloper feet, you'll have large pedals to be able to place your feet. So, I mean, it's the same body movement, but in a much more comfortable, not as challenging way on your fingers or on your toes. With the handles, they actually can move into different positionings depending on what you're comfortable with. Now, I have a weird kind of texture thing about handles when my hands get sweaty. Sometimes it really throws me off. I don't like it. I didn't experience that with this. And that is a good thing because if you are afraid of heights in any aspect, this might not be a good machine for you. Not that you're really high, but I mean, you are up off the ground a significant amount, and you don't want like a fear of like your hand slipping off the handlebars to be any sort of thought in your mind. In terms of the pedals, I do think that they could be larger. For me, I'm 5'4", I wear a size like 7.5 women's shoe, so it was totally fine. But anybody who has probably over a size 10 shoe might experience their toes dripping off the edge a little bit. They do have straps that securely put your feet into place, but it is something to think about. I wish that the pedals were a little bit larger so that it could accommodate people with larger feet. I'm 5'4", so for me, I found this to be really comfortable, but anybody probably over 5'10", I know that Anthony, one of our riders here at GGR, he's over 6 foot, and he felt like it was actually really difficult to get into the positioning, and his knees kept hitting along the sides and on that top rail. So definitely if you are taller, this might not be a good machine for you. In terms of comforts, it has a 21.5 HD touchscreen. It displayed really clear graphics. The sound quality was really great as I was easily able to follow along with all of the programming. Now I have to say that the programming is honestly top notch. I would compare it to something like Peloton programming, and I don't say that lightly. I mean, honestly, this was engaging, it was fun. The instructors gave clear instructions about what to do, what I was expected to do, when I was supposed to pick up the pace, when I wasn't. Honestly, I was really challenged and in a fun way. The other thing I really enjoyed about the programming, and maybe this shouldn't be surprising considering celebrities like Jay-Z and Pitbull have backed this, but the music selection on this was super great. I mean, I had a lot of fun following along with it. Probably some of the best music selection that I've ever experienced with any sort of programming. Now with with the programming, it does cost $39.99 a month for that monthly subscription. Now it differs than something like iFit. So with iFit, you can go ahead, download the app, you can use different type of cross-training classes on your tablet or on your iPhone, as well as on the machine. A little different here with the Climber programming. So you can take all of the classes on the actual machine, but there are only a few classes you can take on the app, on your iPhone, or on your tablet. It does sync with both Apple and Android, but you're really limited to the classes that you can take on your phone. I hope that in the future, they go ahead, add more classes to your phone, but right now it's basically just a restorative class and a strength training class. The rest you're gonna have to take on the machine. In terms of space, I mean, this is a big machine. You're definitely gonna need some place for it to sit and stay because I wouldn't consider this portable. Like, it doesn't fold up, it isn't easily moved, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but the base measures 35 inches by 32 inches and it is 88 inches high. So you definitely need a large space. You need the ceiling height to be able to use this because it's gonna take up a large amount of space. The other thing is that it weighs only 180 pounds, so definitely not the most heavy machine that we see, and it does have wheels on the back. However, moving it around is a little bit difficult, especially when you're on carpet or turf, because the small wheels really don't do much work with a large machine. Essentially, you have to have almost the entire machine in a horizontal position in order to engage those wheels. It just becomes kind of difficult to maneuver around. Now, like I said, this is an expensive piece of machinery. The base model starts at $3,500 and it only goes up from there. Also, the warranty, I mean, let's just call it what it is. It sucks. It's a 12-month warranty on a $3,500 machine. That just doesn't measure up with what we see with high-end ellipticals or high-end treadmills. Most warranties for something of that price is at least 2 years, up to 5 years. We've even seen 10 years. So a 12-month warranty just doesn't do it justice, and I wish that that would be different. In terms of a refund, you have 30 days to return the Climber if it isn't something that is good for you. However, you are responsible to cover the shipping costs to get the machine back. Now, also, if you have paid to have it assembled, you're kind of out that money. So essentially, if you want to return this machine, you could potentially be out almost $500 if you got it assembled and to cover the shipping cost. Another thing to note about this is it isn't a quick shipping process. Right now, Climbers are being shipped between 4 to 6 weeks, and that's just to begin shipping. Some people are taking up to 8 weeks before they even begin shipping in certain areas. So if you want it right now, you're probably out of luck. But if you're okay with waiting a little bit, then know that it might be worth it in the end, because honestly, this was a really fun machine to be able to use. In terms of assembly, like I said, you can pay $250 to have it assembled. Sam, who has put together hundreds of machines, like knows what he's doing, has said this was one of the worst pieces of equipment that he's assembled. He said, honestly, just go ahead, it's worth it. Pay the $250 to have it assembled and save yourself the hassle. But if you are hell-bent on putting this together yourself, know that you definitely want at least 1, maybe 2 other people to help you with the assembly. Also, the package weighs 200 pounds in the box, so it's not gonna be something that one person is gonna wanna be moving around. All in all, I do really like this machine. It has a lot going for it. I think the biggest things are the music selection, the programming is really good. It engaged my whole body. I mean, my lats, my chest, my core, glutes, hamstrings, I mean, you name it. I felt it, and pretty quickly it got my heart rate up, I was sweating, and I really enjoyed it. Now, things that I wish were different. 1, the warranty. I wish that it was better. I wish it was better for taller people to be able to use. Also, I wish that the feet pedals were a little bit bigger, again, to allow taller people to be able to use this. But if you are looking for a really unique piece of equipment and you want something fun and engaging, I say go for it, and let us know if you do. We'd love to know in the comments who has used this machine, what your experience has been like with this. This has been Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews, and we'll see you back here next time. Peace.